we're trying out a new setup here in the studio. Just, you know, moving things around, some feng shui, always helpful, always new or good to switch up your space. So the plan is having here workspace, and then our 2 shelving units on either side are gonna move that way so that the bigger part of the studio is more of like a shop and people can shop around like a store you would. And then our desk is going to be moving over here, just so that this section is very much more used for the studio and the weddings. I don't know what else Beth has planned. I think we're gonna hang a lot of drides and just a lot of storage and figuring out how to make this space a little more functional for us.
So Riley and I have been busy sourcing all kinds of things just to kind of get our shop ready for our soft opening for fall. With the nursery, we're not going to have too many items yet, but we are going to just kind of do what we've done every fall, which is doing a lot of drieds, some dried wreaths. We probably will do a couple, like, not really classes, but where you can come out to the farm and put together a dried floral, you know, grapevine wreath or something like that. So that's kind of our goal, is to get the shop just kind of ready for that and just transition into fall. And yeah, so far we have all those beautiful drieds that we got from Bethany at Charles Little and Company. If you're interested, there is a link in the description. She will ship you a beautiful box of dried florals. She is like the queen of dried florals, and she just does such a beautiful job. Very, very particular about the way they dry them, ship them, store them. I mean, just an expert. So we just don't have time on the farm to do that portion of drieds. We do a little bit, like, you know, I have a handful of something left over from a wedding. I will hang that and dry it, but not on the level that Bethany and Charles and all of the folks that work there at Charles Little and Company. They're just amazing farm. So clean and organized too. I love it. Anyways, you can visit her website and order your own box for your own crafting for this fall. And like I said, we've been doing this for years and love, love, love every time we've gotten a box from them. Today we were lucky enough to be able to go and get our boxes, which was just a treat because normally the people can't just go and, you know, kind of visit, but Bethany is a good friend of mine, and so it was just a treat to see her as well. And so anyways, we're gonna get back to work here and get everything organized. We got some big furniture to move, and then once we get all the furniture in place, we're just going to start styling and hanging up all those beautiful drieds. So Riley and I were just purging and cleaning and doing all the things to make the studio a little bit of a better place to work. So we also have a big weekend because we have, it's Memorial Day weekend. So we have a lot of orders going out as far as mixed bouquets, because a lot of people have like family picnics and things like that. So we're trying to get all those orders done so we can work on this project of redesigning our studio. Riley also has a couple weddings. I believe we have 2 weddings, a rehearsal dinner, farmer's market, and then a couple bucket sales going out. So anyways, it's busy, but it's got gorgeous weather, and we have some inspiration behind us with just, it's kind of invigorating to redo the shop and just create a space that is absolutely magical again to work in. It just kind of makes it so that the creative juices will flow again, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna head out the door and deliver these beautiful bouquets we just put together, and Riley is going to be finishing up the wedding that we have. The wedding that she's doing right now is just absolutely stunning. It's basically really moody was the key word for this wedding, and so she's using a lot of deep colors and burgundies, and like there's chocolate cosmos in there, and we've got regular cosmos but in kind of a more a deep burgundy, and then we have the deep dahlias that are really dark. I think she used black Bacardi roses, and what else did we use? Oh, some straw flower, the really dark straw flower. And then the other fun thing that we did was just lots of texture in this. I'm thinking the bride's gonna absolutely love it. She's gonna be here at 5:30 tonight, so we're just trying to get that done and in the cooler so it can really soak in some of that goodness in the water and the chill it down, and it will be ready to go. Well, it's another morning here on the farm. It's taken quite a few days, almost a full week to get this project done, and I'm hoping to get it done today. I really need to get the dried flowers out of the boxes and either hung back up or make some dried florals with them, which are both on my list to do this weekend. That might have to be in next week's video, but we'll see how it goes today. My goal for today is to get the furniture moved and then get all the dried florals hung up on the ceiling, and I will call it good. It's supposed to be almost 100 degrees today, so I'm starting really early, and I hope my brother is going to come help. Keith is the one that's starting the nursery with me. Some of you have been asking who is who, and my name is Beth, if you don't know, and I own Crowley House Flower Farm and Nursery alongside my brother Keith, who just moved here from Ohio, and so this is kind of transition here on our farm from just being a farm that grows flowers to also providing beautiful nursery items that you can also grow beautiful flowers in your house. So that's what we're doing here on the farm, but to transition, we need a space to sell things, and so that's where we're trying to set this little studio that we normally just do floral arrangements and things like that in, and weddings and things like that. We have to make it a multi-functional space. So creating a space for Riley, and then also creating a space for us to be able to sell, you know, nursery stock until our farm gets up and going, the nursery gets up and going, and then we'll be able to build something hopefully in the future that's a little bit more conducive. But, you know, sometimes small spaces, cozy spaces are the best spaces, and that's what I'm calling it for now. So, okay, I gotta get to work before it gets too warm and see if Riley's ready to come help me as well. So every year we tend to reorganize and rework the studio, but as you know, this year we are opening up a little nursery as well. So the farm stand has to change a little bit. We have to have it multifunctional. We'll have an area for Riley to be able to do her work as far as floral design and wedding work and any designs that are going out the door as far as daily orders and things like that. And then we also have to have an area for folks to, you know, browse around, check out, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to make this very small space into something that is beautiful and wonderful. When I was a kid, there was a little store that we used to go to all the time, and it was out in the country, and it was called Das Hasenberg, which it means house on the hill in German, I believe. Don't quote me. But there you would go on this little journey, and it was just beautiful little space, and I'm hoping that this space that I'm working on will turn into something like that. Just a little magical space that people can come to and just take a moment away from all the stress and worry of the times that we're in. I know it's really hard. Folks are really struggling to make ends meet. And so when they're purchasing something that is more of a luxury item like plants or flowers and that kind of thing, I want it to not only be, you know, like, I guess maybe what I'm trying to get at is you go into a big box store and there's these amazing plants that even get me at times, but the experience isn't there, and you still pay a lot of money for those plants that you might kill. And so here I want to provide an experience that maybe is a little bit different, that can just really spark the interest of the gardener and kind of bring the garden back to life, not only inside but outside. So I'm not sure if I'm going to achieve it, but I am hoping to. It's my goal to make this little space just amazing. So it starts with a little bit of grit and a lot of dust. Oh my goodness, the hops were just swirling with, it was a lot of pollen that was in it and dust, and we're gonna redecorate with more hops here shortly. It actually is season for us to be cutting them down pretty soon, and so we'll be decorating again with that, but I'll show you those in another video. They're amazing and beautiful and smells so good. But for today, we're taking down the old last year's hops. I'm taking down a lot of old dried florals that we've had up all year. They're full of dust and bugs and grossness, and so we're gonna start fresh here, and it'll be beautiful in a minute. As we were cleaning up, I found this old photo. It's like a copy, just paper copy of our house before, back in the 1800s it looks like. But anyways, here it is now. Looks really cool. Okay, so we have made the huge mess before we get everything back organized. Like Caitlin was saying earlier, just pull everything out, get it on tables, see what's good, what needs to go to the dump or what needs to be recycled at the, you know, like Goodwill or wherever we're going with that, and then just see what we're gonna keep. So everything is outside here for now, and so that's my job, is just to go through, clean everything. She's just vacuuming everything, all the cobwebs, dust. I mean, it's been a year since we've done this, so it is quite dusty and quite dirty. So it's an overhaul that we're doing late summer here, which it'll be so cool when it's done. I'm excited to show you guys, but it's gonna take another video, I think, to do this. So we're gonna end the video here for now. I'm so sorry. But next week I will show you guys what's happening the rest of this video, putting everything back together, putting all the dried flowers up, and making some dried floral bouquets that are gonna be going out the door to a couple of businesses. So anyways, until next time, much success in all you do and grow, and we'll be seeing you shortly back here at FARMHOUSE very soon. Bye-bye.